Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name's Janet Melody, and today we're working with A Course in Miracles, the workbook. Today's lesson is 98. It's the lesson which says, I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. That's the one we're working on today to go through out our day and keep it in our minds and really start embodying these deep truths that the book tells us each day. You know, it gives us these lovely nuggets of truth and light and hope and wisdom to unfold and like speak to our souls in a way that nothing else can, really, you know, because we're so used to living in an ego mind that is taking us and distracting us throughout our days, every day, you know. So this is a new way of looking at the world and really starting to sort of step back from the pulling of your life and allow the creator of life to lead your life. That's the aim of these lessons, and especially today's lesson. So if you're sitting comfortably, then we shall begin. So let's get going on today's lesson. And as always, if you want to read this on your own, feel free to do so. The text is linked under this video, so you can click the link there and it will take you to where you need to go. So I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. Today is a day of special dedication. We take a stand on but one side today. We side with truth and let illusions go. We will not vacillate between the two, but take a firm position with the one. We dedicate ourselves to truth today and to salvation as God planned it be. We will not argue it is something else. We will not seek for it where it is not. In gladness we accept it as it is and take the part assigned to us by God. How happy to be certain. All our doubts we lay aside today and take our stand with certainty of purpose and with thanks that doubt is gone and surety has come. We have a mighty purpose to fulfill and have been given everything we need with which to reach the goal. Not one mistake stands in our way, for we have been absolved from errors. All our sins are washed away by realizing they were but mistakes. It's just so lovely to realize that we are always perfect in this moment, and that whatever we think we've done in the past, it's just gone. They were just mistakes. We were on a mistaken path. We'd left our true self. We were walking in a self that thought it knew best, and it didn't. It didn't know how to survive, and thus it caused itself suffering. So this is saying, you know, once you let go of that, you will realize you are perfect peace, you are love, the true self of you. That was just an illusion you were playing out. Once you realize that illusion, you can step back into the certainty, the surety of who you are, and then stride forward with your life. The guiltless have no fear, for they are safe and recognize their safety. They do not appeal to magic nor invent escapes from fancied threats without reality. They rest in quiet certainty that they will do what is given them to do. They do not doubt their own ability because they know their function will be filled completely in the perfect time and place. They took the stand which we will take today, that we may share their certainty and thus increase it by accepting it ourselves. So that to me kind of says it's like living in the moment, living in the now, that we have that certainty that we know each moment to moment is provided, it's taken care of. We're being guided to the light all the time. So when we sit in patience and allow those cues, those inner motions to move us, that's when life becomes really beautiful. You know, it becomes peaceful, it becomes joyous, because we're not frantically trying to figure it all out. We just sit in that certainty, knowing everything is already figured out. They will be with us all who took the stand we take today. We will gladly offer us all that they learned and every gain they made. Those still uncertain too will join with us, and borrowing our certainty will make it stronger still. While those as yet unborn will hear the call we heard, and answer it when they have come to make their choice again, we do not choose but for ourselves today. So by living in our joy, by living in our purpose, it has a sort of a vibrational effect on those around us. If someone sees you, doing things and just seems in so much peace and joy, it's almost like we sniff each other out. It's like, what are they doing? They're doing something different. How's that changed in their lives? Oh, they're going with the flow. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I should step into that. Maybe that will help my life go where it's meant to go. And that's the power of just standing in your truth and living your truth. Is it not worth 5 minutes of your time each hour to be able to accept the happiness that God has given you? Is it not worth 5 minutes hourly to recognize your special function here? Is 5 minutes but a small request to make in terms of gaining a reward so great it has no measure? You have made 1,000 losing bargains at the least. Yeah, how many times are we trying to figure out our life and going down this path thinking, this will make me happy, this is when I get this goal, I'm gonna, salvation, I will be free, I'll be able to do, and then all of a sudden that thing initially might give you a quick spark of joy, but over time, eventually you find more things to worry about and another goal ensues and you've got to go and, I've got to run after that, it's like constantly chasing and chasing your own tail, and never to find where the answer is actually within, and you're just going round in circles trying to find answers that will never exist in the external world. Here is an offer guaranteeing you your full release from pain of every kind and joy the world does not contain. You can exchange a little of your time for peace of mind and certainty of purpose with the promise of complete success. And since time has no meaning, you are being asked for nothing in return for everything. Here is a bargain that you cannot lose, and what you gain is limitless indeed. Yeah, because we think that 5 minutes, it's taking something away from our day, 5 minutes, I won't be able to get, it's distracting me from my main goal, which is I've got to get this work done, or I've got to have this, or I've got to go here. So try today's practice by putting a 5 minute sort of timer, an alarm first, and then giving yourself that 5 minutes of time. Well, as soon as that alarm goes off, to stop whatever it is you're doing. And I mean, if you're driving, obviously that's not gonna. You can't just stop driving, but you could pull over and give yourself 5 minutes. You could do these things and really give the importance to your truth, to going inwards, to saying, where do you want me to go? What is my purpose today? Like asking those questions that we had in a lesson quite a while ago, saying, what would you have me do? What would you have me say? And how would you have me say it? Those kinds of things are what we need to do to get really back into who we really are and to give that our importance. So each hour today, give him your tiny gift of but 5 minutes. He will give the words you use in practicing today's idea the deep conviction and the certainty you lack. His words will join with yours and make each repetition of today's idea a total dedication made in faith, as perfect, as sure as his in you. His confidence in you will bring the light to all the words you say, and you will go beyond their sound to what they really mean. Yeah, isn't that true? It's almost like words are just a resonance of energy, and it's trying to talk to us in our own words, but really there are no words to explain this experience. It's about feeling into it. It's about going somewhere we can't comprehend with our minds, because the mind's too busy focused on everything having a purpose, a meaning, and and so anything that it doesn't understand, it wants to make everything a certain way, box it in. Whereas this goes beyond all of that. This is a moving energy that is so deep and wise, and it is our who we are. It is we are created by it. So it knows beyond the mind. It knows beyond all of that. It's brought us into being, into this world. It is flowing through every single thing in this world, and it is giving you the gift of going with it. It's just saying, get on board. I brought you into this world. Why are you suddenly taking off on your own little journey? You've got a beautiful, expansive, love, happy, joyous journey coming with the flow with me. Stop going off onto these little side detours that lead you to a dark, dirty, awful place. It's like, get back out. Get onto the light journey, the light of joy, happiness. So it's saying, today you practice with him as you say, I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. In each 5 minutes that you spend with him, he will accept your words and give them back to you, all bright with faith and confidence, so strong and steady they will light the world with hope and gladness. Do not lose one chance to be glad, the glad receiver of his gifts, that you may give them to the world today. So get excited when you go into these 5-minute practice periods. Get really excited that, you're stepping into your true strength and power. You're going to feel light and joyous. This is not a place to feel upset or feel frustrated. This is a place to feel into and have faith that you're going into the truth of who you are, the being that is going to light up the world. You really are going to light up the world when you step into your true, deepest knowledge of power. Give him the words and he will do the rest. He will enable you to understand your special function. He will open up the way to happiness and peace, and trust will be his gifts. His answer to your words. He will respond with all his faith and joy and certainty that what you say is true. And you will have conviction then of him who knows the function that you have on earth as well as heaven. He will be with you each practice period you share with him, exchanging every instant of the time you offer him for timelessness and peace. Yeah, it's like once you get on board, it feels you. It's like, it's with me, woohoo! And the joy of like creation is like, yes, I can feel a part of me has joined, and I feel the love again. I can feel you've come into my arms, into my love, into my energy that I just want to unfold and make joyous with you and then throughout you to the world. Like, how amazing is that? Throughout the hour, let your time be spent in happy preparation for the next 5 minutes you will spend again with him. Repeat today's idea while you wait for the glad time to come to you again. Repeat it often and do not forget each time you do so, you have let your mind be readied for the happy time to come. So yeah, think of that. It's like, how lovely is that? Like, you do your 5-minute period, you feel amazing in those 5 minutes, and you're feeling like, yes, I can feel you, I know who I am, I can feel the joy, my purpose, I have faith in where I'm going because you will show me. Then when you step out and go back into your drudgery world and doing all that, it won't feel as grand anymore. You'll want to get back into those 5 minutes and you think, I can't wait to step back into that. And the more we do that, the more we step into that power, the more that becomes more of what is going to start guiding your life instead of the opposite guiding it and leading to you that suffering, just place that's not as joyous as it could be. And when the hour goes and he is there once more to spend a little time with you, be thankful and lay down all earthly tasks and all little thoughts and limited ideas and spend a happy time again with him. Tell him once more that you accept the part that he would have you take and help you fill, and he will make you sure you want this choice, which he has made with you and you with him. That's it. co-creation at its most beautiful, beautiful like explanation, you know, to be in that joy, to let go of the thoughts, the distracting thoughts that are like worrying about whatever it is, you know, whether it be like, I don't want to spend this 5 minutes, I've got too much time to, I've got to get on, I can't be spending 5 minutes, no, 5 minutes every hour, I can't do that, I've got to get oh, you've got to get all done, do you? And what is that going to get you? Where's that going to get you? Is that going to lead you to the joy and peace and happiness that this world is shown up to you in your past? You know, is that got you where you needed to be? You know, do you feel that joyous by being that type of person at the heart and truth of you, when really you step into this type of energy, and your world is going to unfold way, way more than you could even think possible, you know? Really is. And we've got to trust in that. We've got to have faith in that. And we've got to stand in the truth of today's lesson. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation. I will accept my part in God's plan for salvation, for your freedom, for your release. Release yourself from the suffering. Release yourself from all of this heaviness, all of this thing where you've got to get it done, you've got to keep doing it, you've got to be an achiever, you've got to be whatever it is you feel you've got to be, where you should be, how it's got to unfold. It's like you're already there. You don't have to run. Time doesn't exist. You're in a peaceful, loving, beautiful place. And that's there in this very moment. You tap into that and you have tapped into something you'll never want to tap out of. So step into that plan today. Enjoy today's lesson. Give it that 5 minutes every day, 5 minutes every hour, and feel the power. So enjoy, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.